Welcome back, y'all. It's the Plowbois podcast with you once again. Episode 20 for the 2022. We in May 12th. We with the DOC. We got your boy Geechee, G Money, K Dog, and that Kai Beast out in East Time. Coming at you once again. Plowbois podcast with these interesting topics. Being that it's the NBA playoffs going on, we're going to talk about our playoff picks, who's going to win the championship this year, and also who's your favorite player in the NBA.
I ball like Kobe, these haters know me, and I keep this heater on me, cause I know these jackers, they won't. I ball like Kobe, these haters know me, and I keep this heater on me, cause I know these jackers, they won't. I ball like Kobe, these haters know me, and I keep this heater on me, cause I know these jackers, they won't. I ball like Kobe, these haters know me, and I keep this heater on me, cause I know these jackers, they won't. Face to face with reality, a casualty of the crack wall. Police at the front door, got these jackals in my backyard. If daddy don't know, then he died dumb. And if he disrespect the game, then he died young. I understand what being broke means, and late night with dope fiends, and wanting the ball, betting it all on some smoke dreams, and all robbing and steady mobbing. We from the south, and we vicious like some pit bulls. We slobbing from the mouth, feeling driven by the thirst for the skrilla. We unforgiving, so we the worst kind of killers. And it's chaos, it's gunfights day and night. The game went left because these fools refuse to play it right. We don't compete.
Being that it's the NBA playoffs going on, my Pelicans are out, but they got a few teams left. So we got Dallas and the Suns on right now. Matter of fact, the series in that one is 2-3 Suns. So you got one more game for Suns win now, and they should be moving on. They'll be playing the winner out of the Warriors and the Memphis series. So that's what's left in the West. Dallas and the Suns, Warriors, Memphis. Then the East, you got Miami moving on to play the winner of the Celtics Milwaukee series. Milwaukee is up in that series 3-2. And the Heat just eliminated the 76ers. So they already in the conference finals. So who do you think will win the NBA championship? That's question one. Your pick this year. Will the Milwaukee Bucks repeat? Or will the Suns get over the hump? Or will the Celtics steal it away from the champion Milwaukee Bucks? Also, who's your favorite player? Do you have a favorite player? Are you more interested in the NBA now than 20 years ago? Let's say 20, 25 years ago when Jordan, Magic, those type of players played? Or are you more interested in it now in the new era of the way that it is going? And why? We're going to start with Kai Beast. I know he like Ja Morant, so we're going to start with him.
Oh, you hating on this man, though. Look, Ja, man, for me, ever since my first instinct with basketball, when I was a little bitty boy, my parents bought me a Michael Jordan basketball goal. That was kind of like my introduction. Ever since then, bro, my favorite shot, I always want to see dunks. Michael Jordan, Sean Kemp, Dominique Wilkins. So when you got Vince Carter, Ja Morant, Giannis, anybody that's a heavy dunk type player, I'm all for it. You know what I mean? As far as like my favorite, last time I had a favorite player was Allen Iverson back in the game, but they lost to the Lakers. Ever since then, I've never been like a player fan. I've always been like a team fan. So like I like them aspects of different teams. Like with Memphis, they came down from Vancouver. I like Memphis as a team, what they mean to their city. Not really a lot of professional sports in Memphis. I like Miami, the Heat. They really have a story. They really most famous for LeBron run, but they really had good teams back in the day with Tim Hardaway, Alonzo Mourning. Then that team when they won with Shaq and Dwayne Wade. Then LeBron era. Then even right now with Jimmy. You know what I'm saying? I like Jimmy Hill. I thought him, Paul George. I thought they was kind of going to be kind of like what Kevin Durant and Giannis is right now. You know what I mean? Like them two kind of like back and back players. But I mean, they still pretty good level player. As far as who I really think Miami might surprise some people this year. I think they hungry. They lost to the Lakers a few years ago. You know what I mean? Didn't get to make it back next year. I feel like this is a bounce back year. And I really feel what Jimmy Butler want to do. You know, he kind of got that drive. He got that hunger. It's real difficult to like repeat as a champion. You know what I'm saying? Everybody gunning for you and you don't have that hunger to want the championship because you already got it. That being said, and then Chris Middleton is hurt for the Bucks. Then they got Miami. They got shooters. They got Tyler Hero coming off the bench, 6th man of the year. They got Bam Adebayo. You know what I mean? Quality big man. They don't really have like kind of traditional big man in that sense. Is like a solid piece of their team. But I do like they got Kyle Lowry. You know what I mean? Championship pedigree. So I really like Miami. I don't know if I'd take them to win it all, but I like their chances. All things being equal, the champ is the champ for a reason. And Giannis looking pretty unstoppable. Even with Chris Middleton out, they still got shooters. They got, biggest cheater in the game. You know what I'm saying? Dirty player. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna say no name. He knows who he is. But I mean, they got a team. You know what I mean? I feel like Golden State is kind of on that back burner a little bit. They kind of like their era have passed, but they still fighting, trying to get in it. But then you see what can happen with Memphis, missing Ja Morant, still coming in and basically destroying them. With Steve Kerr being out. But I like Miami. But if I had to put it on anybody, I gotta side with the Bucks. If I bet my life on it and say put your money down, I have to ride with the Bucks until they lose. Until they lose, I can't really put it with nobody else. But who I like to see, I wouldn't mind seeing Miami take it. I like Jimmy Butler. I think he's a good player, like up and coming. He like kind of get into that mode of being like that new star. But yeah, it's probably gonna be the Bucks.
Gotcha. You got the Bucks. You got you rather the league. Did you say you rather the league back in the day or not?
Oh, my bad, yeah. And I want to say too, as far as like what do I prefer as far as today or back in the day? Definitely prefer the game back in the day when you had guys like Michael Jordan, Dominique Wilkins, that type of game, like with Sean Kemp, even back with Steve Francis, Vince Carter back in his day, like Latrell Sprewell, them type of players, like where you really had all three phases, where you got a guy that can handle the ball, that can shoot the ball, and that can take it to the hole and like slam like the five slammer jammer, Hakeem Olajuwon, Clyde Drexler type deal. Today I feel like it's more of a star-driven league and less of a team-driven league. It used to be about the team, and if you was the star, you was the star of that team. Like you had Tim Duncan with the Spurs, Kobe and Shaq with the Lakers, Alonzo Mourning with the Heat. You had like Larry Johnson, and you basically was the representative for that team, for that city. I feel like today is more me type situation. Like you had your boy AD, he basically forced himself out of New Orleans. To me, that's kind of a punk move. They say, oh well, if you was hurt or whatever, they'll trade you and this and that. They go for any job. You know what I'm saying? You get older, you retire, and you leave. You're not gonna stay there and be there forever. But I mean, it's more of a, I don't care about the city. I don't care. And it's like the city, they made you. You know what I mean? You came into the league. They draft you. You know what I'm saying? They put the city behind you. You know what I'm saying? They putting everything behind you. And he kind of like, man, all right, whatever, turn you back on. That's kind of, to me, that's kind of, LeBron did that a bunch of times. And it's like the other players start doing it, but it start trickling down to where dude may not even be that good, but do you feel like, well, okay, I don't really want to play here. I kind of feel like that's what Zion doing right now in New Orleans. He don't really want to play there. He don't feel like, oh, okay, well, I can't really make it here. I'm going to go somewhere else. But for me, if you can't make it there, you can't make it nowhere, because it ain't about the city. It's about the player. Like Tim Duncan, San Antonio, not no big sport town, but he took it. That's his town. That's his city. Took it, championship. Dirk Nowitzki, same way. He took the team to a championship. But, I mean, to me, it is what it is. I feel like it's getting back there, especially with like Giannis, how he kind of really clowned on that kind of culture of I'm going to leave and go where I can play with the best people, and saying I did it the hard way. I was drafted here, I stayed here, I made it the championship. And he really is in that line with like Kobe, Dirk Nowitzki, Tim Duncan, where I'm gonna make it where I was like Dwayne Wade too. I'm gonna make it where I was drafted at, instead of trying to go chase a ring with somebody else somewhere else. But yeah, man, I definitely prefer back in the days, in really the '90s era, when you had like Scottie Pippen, them type guys, really, and I think the shoe era was way better in the '90s too. You know what I mean? As far as that type deal.
Man, I'm gonna give my take, and then I'm gonna throw it over to DOC. My favorite player in the league was after Jordan. I grew up watching Jordan, and that was everybody's favorite, I guess. Back when he played, everybody wanted to see Jordan. He came on TV damn near every game. We followed him. And then when he retired, kind of had a void there who was going to be up that next dude. And Kobe kind of took the reins for me. I became a Lakers fan. And then Kobe retired, and rest in peace, he done passed away. But I find, like you mentioned, the game back in the day, it was more centered around team, and not just the individual player jumping teams, going join forces with this other all-star and that other all-star to make a big three or a big, big Avengers type team to go knock off the other player. Another thing I find that the league back in the day was more physical. Now it's more, you could look at whatever team 3-point percentage was the best in the game, won the game. It's a game that's played outside in nowadays instead of inside out. I grew up with dominant centers, watching Elijah Wan, Shaq, talking about Tim Duncan. You mentioned him. Just the dominant big men. Year in and year out, you had a MVP that was a big man, and nowadays I feel like it's centered around more of a finesse type game. It's a jump shooting league, live and die by the three, like you said. But there is one player that I truly do like to watch, and he kind of to me plays that old school style of ball, that post up game, and he's dominant with it, and that's Giannis Antetokounmpo. The Greek freak out there in Milwaukee. And that's my pick to win it all. I think it's going to be a rematch with them and the Suns. I think the Suns going to end up beating Dallas and in the next series beat the Warriors in 6 or 7 games and play again. And I think Giannis going to beat them again. He's a dominant player. He got a pretty deep team around him. He's having to do a lot. He's going, like you say, he's missing probably the second best player on the team right now, another all-star in Chris Middleton. So Drew Holiday had to pick up some slack and play a little bit more consistently for them to win. Because Giannis giving you a solid 30 to 50 points on an average every game. He doing what he can do. But he's gonna need a little help. And next series, Miami, I don't think they got nobody that could defend him. Miami is a good team. They play good team ball, but I don't think they're gonna be a match for Milwaukee. So that'll be my pick for the NBA championship. And like I say, player wise, Greek freak, man. I just like the way he dominates the game in that major way, and it ain't relying on that jump shot. So to me, it's more consistent. But it's still fun to watch, man. I'm a sports lover. I watch it for the enjoyment, for the competition, man. Sometimes bet on it too. Put your money on them Bucks. Fear the deer. Who you rolling with? DOC. You got a pick for the NBA championship this year. And did you like basketball back when you was coming up, or do you like it better now? Who's your favorite player?
Like most better back when I was coming up. I kind of like Memphis, man. I like the little young school taking over the game. I hope they beat Golden State, because I don't like Draymond Green. I hope they take it to Golden State. I think they got a chance, man. And if they do beat Golden State, their confidence gonna be up. So ain't nobody gonna be able to stop them. So I'm picking Memphis to win it all. I'm gonna go out on a limb. I might take a little bill, might take a little money and bet on them, long shot. That's where the money is, with the long shots. Win or lose, So, but most definitely back in the day, man, you look at the Lakers, they had that running break brand, and that fast break. Wasn't nothing stopping that. Michael Magic Johnson, Kareem. You know, man, that was just fun. You can't name one team now that's more fun to watch than the Lakers used to be fun to watch. So yeah, like that. Now it's like a bunch of individuals. Like LeBron, he changed the game, trying to build these power teams. And going here, and then Durant went over there, and this guy. I think your boy over there in Milwaukee, the only one kind of staying where he at, and he won a championship last year. Giannis. So I think I like him. You know, if Memphis don't take it, you know, that's my second team, Milwaukee. So
I got you. Milwaukee Memphis for the championship. Your favorite player was right now. You say I guess Ja Morant, since you pulling for Memphis.
Yeah.
They might have to do it without him. You know, he's been injured for the past 2 games.
Right.
But yeah, hey man, long shot. You know what I'm saying? It's in it. That's why they play the game. I think they play tomorrow night. So good luck, Memphis.
And then I like the intensity of Giannis play with Milwaukee. I like the way he play ball. You know.
Yeah, no doubt. Giannis just definitely bring it night in and night out. You got Memphis, and you said it was better back in the day. I got you down for that. So K-Dog, who you picking, man? You watch the basketball playoff, NBA playoff. You got 4 teams left in it. Really, I guess 3 on the East, 4 on the West left in it. So who you got? And did you like it back when we was coming up? When we first started getting into watching basketball, you like it better now? And who's your pick to win the championship?
I think when we were coming up, I had more time on my hands to where I could actually sit and watch basketball. Now that I got a wife and kids and a family and everything, the only time I get to watch basketball pretty much is if me and Bubba are in here sitting down watching a game or something, you know? Most of my information I get nowadays is between me and Bubba talking about it, you know? He plays basketball, does pretty good at basketball, so he follows the sport a whole lot more than I do, you know? I think coming up when I did come up in the time that I did, I think Jordan was somebody I followed a lot. I mean, like everybody did, you know? Everybody loved Michael Jordan, you know? Between Michael Jordan and Scottie Pippen and a few other people that were on the Bulls team, you know? We followed the Bulls, you know? If you didn't have a Scottie Pippen jersey or a Michael Jordan jersey, then you had a Dennis Rodman jersey, you know? But I talked to Bubba a little bit earlier about it and kind of got his input, you know? So Plowbois went to one of mine, you know, one of my boys, you know, and asked him what he thought, you know? And he mentioned the same guy that Doc mentioned, the same guy you mentioned, Kabis, in Jay Morant. You know, from what I hear, and this is from hearing y'all talk and then listening to Bubba, you know, he a bad boy. So he's like what Jordan was to us. So Bubba can look at this boy here and look up to him the same way we looked at Michael Jordan. When we would take a shot and we'd holler out Jordan or something, you know, that's what Bubba has now, you know. And if it's somebody that Bubba's looking at as being influential for him, then it's somebody I got to look at as being influential, because my son's having him inspire him. So I got to go with y'all, the same boy y'all talked about. And I got to go with the Grizzlies. As far as my all-time best player, Jordan. But to listen to what Bubba had to say about the little guy, Jay Morant, you know, man, that's who Bubba want to be like right now. You know, if you're looking at basketball, that's who Bubba wants to be like, you know. So somebody that can inspire these kids out there today that are coming up that want to be basketball stars, that want a future in basketball, they can look at this guy here and see him doing some very positive things, I'm all for it. You know, Jay Morant, Grizzlies, take it all, winning the basketball championship, and my best all-time player, Michael Jordan, because I mean he led the league for so long, you know, and he was such a positive influence to so many, you know. People that followed him are now what Jordan was at one time, you know. You go back and you look at Kobe Bryant, or you look at Iverson, or you look at some of these other people who came up right after Jordan or years after Jordan. You know, Jordan inspired them. It's about all I gotta say about it, G.
Word. You got you like basketball back in the day when Jordan played, liked it better then. And I got you down for Memphis. And you just basically basing that off of who your son is rooting for. Ja Morant. Ja Morant is definitely a popular player right now. I will not deny that, but Ja Morant ain't no Jordan cuz. And Ja Morant damn sure ain't no Greek freak. But they'll be out the playoffs soon, and then we'll revisit this. And keep on trucking, Giannis. Acquititupo. Am I saying that correctly? Plowboy out on the basketball journey.
Plowboy, you ain't no city boy. Yeah, you were born with dirty hands. Yeah, you a plowboy. You're thinking silly boy. Just trying to make you understand. Yeah, you a plowboy. You're thinking silly boy. Just trying to make you understand.